Tzava is Shuftechem Beisai. It says Vatzava Shuftechem Beisai Ychsiv Vatzava Eschem Beisai.
Yeah.
You're commanding the Shoftim. Command. Amr Rav Lozav Rav Simloi Asor L'Tzibur Shtei Emes Dayin Aleim. There's an Asor for the Tzibur. That's Atzava Eschem. Asor L'Dayin Sheyizbu B'Sat Tzibur. And there's a warning to the judge. He has to tolerate the people. Ad Kamo. Amr Rav Chanan V'Yitemer Rav Shamsoi Kasher Yisa Omi Nisayonik. Right? To the point as a maid, as a nursemaid puts up with a child to clean it, everything else, that's the way the dayan has to tolerate the people's behavior. Siv ki ato tovo, siv ki ato tovi. You will come and you will bring. Amri belch amad lavosh le Yeshua ato v'azakein shebdori moyim. Yeah, ato tovo. You together with this kedim in your generation. Amad lakodesh baruch tol makel v'hachad kodkodom. No. Take a rod, hit him over the head. Dabir echod ledor, vein shnei daborim ledor. There's only one leader. You can't have multiple. If you have multiple leaders, you have no leadership. Okay? Rashi explains this. Rashi says, "Kiato tovo esom, come with them." Right, that's the connotation. Ato tovo, you will come. Like everybody comes, you'll come. So right, Masha begam ato ke'echad mehem ki ato tovi mashma lo shesorod noig aleim. Moshe Amar los kedim shebedor imoim alpiem osa ma'aseh v'lo tisar aleim. He says you have to have a consensus among the others. You shouldn't lord over them. Doma kro chi ato tovo Moshe Amar ksibe al oretz nishba mikra chi ato tovi ksib al oretz Hashem. That's Hashem speaking. One Moshe speak, one Hashem. HaKadosh Baruch Hu Batzu Omro Daber Echad Manig Echad. Okay. It's interesting. What did Moshe say? Moshe, if Yeshua was a successor, why do you have to have a consensus of the people? Here.
Otherwise, it's not a melech. It's a despot.
No.
He said the people have
consensus
to
of the leadership. You have to have consensus of the leadership.
Right.
I won. He's a success. Moshe didn't consult with anyone. Yeshua.
We had Hashem, right.
So Yeshua also. Yeshua was a Navi, was a prophet.
You don't want a Korach to recover somebody.
There's no way to be a Korach. Korach was swallowed up. Korach.
Right.
Nobody against it. So I think the pshat's like this. You know, you say power corrupt. So if you speak in lordship, it's very dangerous. Moshe, who was under Mikol Adam, didn't have a trace of self. So good, he can be melech. But Yeshua, if he is the sole decider, you know what can happen to him? He can become corrupted.
Yeah.
Therefore you have to consult with others. Hashem said no. Daber, only one leader, no two leaders. Tana zimud b'shlosha. My zimun. Ilay mit bircha zimun. Does it mean when you bench eventually you Tanya? Zimun bircha zimun. Shows he sees chitei b'prushing b'farish. Tanya within the brayz is zimun b'shlosha. Bircha zimun he sees two separate things. Zimun is 3, and bircha zimun is 3. Elamai zimun azmun in the din. This is where we left off. When you summon somebody, subpoena somebody to come to Kihod Yom Hani Beikosu Daini. The Azul Shlichu the Beidina Vamli Pumi the Chadlo Maklum. Meaning when the agent of the court comes and summons people, he has to summon them in the name of the whole court. Here?
Right, so it's
all three. He has to represent all three. If one judge summons a person, he doesn't have to come. Here?
But three.
See, Vama Pumi the Chadlo Maklum Adiyoma Mishmei the Kudu Hani Milu B'Yoma the Dino. That's only if it's not Monday or Thursday. That was the day the court convened. Avo Yom the Dino was the day that the court convenes, less lambo, even if he comes, because that's court day. The other day he's coming, it's not court day. So therefore that's like an exception to the rule. Okay? Okay? Tashlumi Kefer. The Mishnah says that to rule on penalty when you pay double in terms of stealing, you need 3. Shalach Rav Nachman by Rav Chisda Rav Nachman by Yaakov. So Rav Nachman, so Rav Chisda sent to Rav Nachman Yaakov, L'Abdeinu Rabbeinu Din Kosis B'Kabel. How many judges do you need to rule on penalties? I could both like what kind of question is it's an explicit Mishnah. It's Mishlosho. Elab Yochad Mumcha can be boiled. The question is whether the Yochad Mumcha person is proficient. What halacha? We said by dinim, by monetary laws he could, right? That we have page back. What about knas? They have deed clauses, right? Don't deed knas, although maybe you need three. Amalek Kinusu, Lord Nebraiso, Mishlumi Cave, Mishlumi Abu Chamisho, Mishlosho. What is three? Mishlosho. Elim Shloshe Dion does mean three ordinary people. Amavud Avuch. So he said to him, the one who asked the question, Rav Nachman, son of Rav Chisda, is Rav Nachman Yaakov. Amavud Avuch. The father of your father, it said Mishmei Durav. Filasora, Veradiotis Psulos, the deed clauses that even they have 10. If they're ordinary people, they're not musmochim, they don't qualify to rule on penalty. Ela mumchit, so when it says Mishnah 3 means mumchit, it means mumchin. A mumcha is what? That's a yochim, so a yochim mumcha is not qualified. You have to have 3 dayonim, ukama shlosha, so therefore the conclusion is you have to have 3 by knas, by momin, by monetary, you can have yochim mumcha to rule. Knas, you'd have to have 3. Chum over in Motzi Shem about Esr B'Shlosha. Chum is saying, Tanakaba says, the knas you pay for husband slanders his wife that she committed adultery, so and then they find out he's lying. What does he have to pay? He has to pay 100 me'av kesef.
Right.
100 silver to the father of the wife who had slandered. Okay. Chum say no. That since factually she did commit adultery, she would be put to death. So even in a situation where you're not, you have to have 23. That's classified as din l'foshus. Chayesh bo din l'foshus mehabe. One second. Yep. So he said, Chayesh bo din l'foshus mehabe. Amru b'choshen las can be free. What's the first question? Chayesh bo din l'foshus mehabe. How does it explain that?
Gotcha.
No, before the Dasa. The word says, Chayesh bo din l'foshus mehabe. If you're saying for Motzi Shemra, for paying the cost, you need 23, and if there would be din, if you put it to what would be? Mehabe.
So that's what he said.
No,
But he will do away with the money.
No. What's the first question? Chayesh bo din l'foshus mehabe. And all the answers Choshen Lav commit to me. See, I mean, the way I would understand the question is, Chayesh bo din l'foshus, right? It's not a capital crime here, right? So if it's not a capital crime, what do you need 23? It's purely knas, right? Motzi Shem is knas.
Right. Usually it is. But in this case, it could be a capital case.
No, that's the answer. That's the answer.
No.
That's the answer. So if word gets out there, it may turn out it could be a capital case. Right?
Right.
Because witness may come and say, factually, she did commit adultery. And she committed adultery, what would be? You're going to put her to death. Rameir Sub is of the opinion we don't worry about, maybe there'll be murmurings. Rabbanu Sab Choshen Las. He said, no, we are Choshen Las. Let's see Rashi. One second. It says with Chabsulim Ba Lahavsk Subaslu Horgo Sheina maybe Edim Shizin Sotachta of the Ad Vosh Koil over Hamomrim Mene Sheish Bo Din in the Foshes so Kosog Daitach Tochigam Shavdika Motzi Shemra the Shach Be Din in Foshes go Shmei Edim or Pachim Cheish Bo Din Foshes may have a Hashtem Yalav Din in Foshes. He says that's what he says. If you need 23 now where it's not, so if it is a capital case, what's going to change? Meaning, right now, factually, there is no Din in Foshes. It's not a capital case. It's purely slander. Rameir Savei Choshen Laz, a Choshen Shemuk Shivo, the Bezin Yetzi Akol Yishmu Eidim Yavo, Yiddish Shizin Tzotafto, Vasha in Abal Yodea, Bohem, the Tiboy, give Shema Yovel Yidifoshes, Rabban Sab Choshen. That's the argument. are we worried that word may get out there and ultimately may turn into a capital case? So Rameir says, I'm not worried. So therefore, what am I dealing with? Only dealing with what?
Money.
With money. It's knas. Knas is 3. It's no different than kefir. Rabbanan hold no. So Sabri Choshen Las worried that if word goes out there, it's possibility it will turn into a capital case. So if it turns into a capital case where she's going to be put to death, and you need a bezdin of 23. Rabba no. Rabba says Kuli Amalaz Lo Chayshim. We're not worried that word will get out there. Somebody's going to come. We'll speak about the Chvod Nishar Rishon, the Dayan. What's the case? Originally, the husband said he had witnesses
To the adultery.
Wait, that she committed adultery. So what did he do? So how many judges convened for adultery? 23.
23.
The Ivder. And then afterwards, they dispersed. When he couldn't produce the witnesses,
They go back.
they dispersed. Wait. They dispersed.
Okay. So,
So he says, even though I can't, but Omar Lahu, he says to them, rule monetary. You have this monetary. What's the monetary? The Ivder had their Volglem, Omar Hov Eliedim, Donald, Imi, Shlosha Din, Mos Lafsidik Subosal, the Yatzbo, the Kaimel Chom Tignul, Hem, the Gnosis, Sulam, Azam, Hemidu Lafsidik Sofi Chazok, Enon Torah Besudo, Mafsido. Yet the Gemara says, Ksubis, if a person goes, in the olden days, the husband paid for the wedding.
right.
Next day, he says, I found she wasn't a virgin.
Good.
He committed adultery.
Right.
What do you believe him? Because to say a man is not out of his mind. If he wants a slander, he's not going to pay a fortune to cover a wedding next day live.
Right.
So we can say with certainty he's telling the truth. So now the question is, he couldn't produce witnesses that she committed adultery. But he says, at least rule that I don't have to pay the ksuba, the wedding contract.
Good.
I shouldn't have to pay. So in that context, do you need 23 or do you need 3?
Okay.
So if you sent off the 23, it's almost like an insult. It looks like we don't need you guys. So therefore, to maintain the covenant, we keep the 23, even though with the ruling on the what? On the ksuba. He said, the husband said, at least rule for me on the ksuba. He said, what are people going to say? They're not qualified, they don't know the halacha. You're disgracing them, the way it appears. So Tosas himself argued with Rashi. Rashi learns what are we talking about over here? We're talking about ksuba. So ksuba is what? Is mamon. Tosas says we're talking about knas. Moti Shemra asks me of knas. We're talking about the penalty. Take a look at Tosas. Pish Kochis. Al Toyin Pes Musuch Motzos Lafsid Ksubos. Of course, by the time Chadid Gami Onus Mfater Ketoni Lo Shein Knossos. Firstly, it says it together with Onus Mfater in the Mishnah. Right? It says Kefil Onus Mfater. It's the Motzi Shemra. V'Odu Cholduch Shemaske Motzi Shemra. Hainu Kup Sloim. It's always the 100 Sloim that the husband pays for slandering. V'Od the Gimel the Bastisim Mumchim Bohein. Obekam Duchli Ashchen Shedonen B'Inik Suba Bovel. If it's Knas, right? If it's Knas, they don't do in Bovel. Ksuba, they do in Bavel, right? Because Ksuba is monetary. V'chein organ achshav v'od mashem b'for shnam choshel lash b'dov shenito pesach b'suach v'otzeh chashin shem yishmo edim v'yidu shezinzer ein lo shen laz nofel hazeh al dover shu sheker. Laz always connotes something which is a lie, slander. It says, of course, a laz. Laz doesn't. The way Rashi's learning, word will get out there, and witnesses ultimately will come and testify she did commit adultery. But that's not what laz. Laz always means is murmurings, which are false murmurings.
Right.
כמו נמצא שאתה מוציא לעז על הגיטן הראשון ועוד כמה דונה למי הדינים מומנס מדוחו כל זמן שאינו איש תבס כסובה. Firstly, what is he saying? At least adjudicate the monetary. The woman never asked for the ksuba. The woman wants to remain married. ועוד כמה טיבו מומן בשלושה, right? טובו מומן בשלושה, טובה מבוילי. It should be טובו. ועוד מהצורך תפייה שאינו אלו לפתור את עצמו מכסובוסה ועוד welcome to the Foshes Mashma. V'od shamat me'arav Rabbeinu Peretz l'Rameir dislike ksuba d'oraisa perak afalpi eno nemer lafsid ksuba. It's not believed. That's only ksuba's drabonan. That anan tzadi is sufficient. That she should forfeit the ksuba. It's a Torah obligation. She has to be witnesses. Davk l'bani ksuba drabonan nemon v'ugam perak etacham ksuba d'omer Rav Nachman chom tignuk l'bnos Yisrael ksuba l'basayim l'amon amona ve'be'minua u'mfershim enot. Rabbeinu learns a different shot. Fosher benotam the kula shmais and nairi lini kuf sloy. Yeah, sha'av tovea lebal. The father says, you slandered my daughter, you got to pay knas. You have to pay penalty, 100 sloim. V'choshen laz, hanu laz, hadayonim. We're concerned for the what? It's going to disgrace the dayonim. They're going to murmurs about the judges. Go chevi abal edim shizin so v'huchushu. Mechayv abal hashtu kuf sloim. On Savri boy chov gimel di boy gimel chayshinon shemach kach yovo edim. Since we tzorch lo sib at chov gimel vos lo tilaz al rishonim. You started with 3. And then it went to Lom Ashul Fishlo Yodu Lodo Rosif Land. The people say, why they added to the 3? They started with 3. Not this because they didn't know the halachas, that's why they had to add judges. So we're disgracing the 3. V'davka hukshu Abu Huzmu, Sulach Hashin Lasadi Achrini, Milfred Asud Abu Bhukush, Odo Kivnu, Edusan, Akati Efshalo, Lios Kushtu, the Kamri, Vikal Mechash 2, Dilmos Achrini, Meadu Chaishlas. Okay, further.
Just a question. Good. You said that if somebody damages and he kills somebody, that the capital punishment...
Simultaneous.
Right. The capital case stays and the money goes away. When somebody says Moses Shemra to a woman, so immediately it's a capital case.
No, it's not capital. Nobody's killed. Moses Shemra, it was proven that the witnesses lied. Either it was Adam Zomimim, or there was Hakosher. The witnesses were contradictory testimony.
But adultery is a capital offense.
No, but he couldn't prove it.
Wait. So I'm asking, the charges of adultery and ketubah. So we have a person who's liable for a death penalty and a money liability.
No. She fought. She committed adultery. She doesn't get the finished.
Exactly. Now
that's not killing the government. It's not because killing the government.
But now the capital of punishment goes away. We've just proved that. But now the ketubah is still there. So wouldn't it go back to the 3 diameter because there's no more capital case? Why would you stay with the 23 as opposed to going back to money?
So what happens later? He does bring witnesses. We're speaking there was only Hakosha.
Hakosha.
It was contradictory testimony.
Or so 2 and 2.
So let's say he brings other witnesses. Right? So it doesn't look good. Yeah.
Well, then you have Adam Zomimim dealing with. That's a whole different thing. So then you'd have to go back to 23 because the 3 can't deal with Adam Zomimim.
Which means the witnesses themselves, not the 2. Within the 2 who brought, they were contradictory. They couldn't work it out.
Okay.
So there's a chance there may be other ones out there.
Okay.
Meisvei. V'choma omrim tovu momin b'shlosha. Yeah. If it's a question of monetary, it's 3. Tovu nefoshes me'asu b'shlosha. But if it's a question of death penalty, it's 23. Bishloma tovu momin tchilas tchilo b'shlosha tovu nefoshes. Tovu nefoshes tchilo afilu momin b'asu b'shlosha. Yep. Right. Tovu momin tchilo the lo bo lidom be'edim el apiv l'apsid ksuboso. Let's say initially the husband said she's never to put it bodina on the bishlosha. Yeah. If initially he only said I don't want to pay the ksubo, that's all. He never accused her of committing adultery. Then he had witnesses. Then you need 3. Tovu nefoshes. But he said he had witnesses. Then you convene a bezin of 23. Okay. Verses like this. Bishlo b'tovu momin rova. Tovu momin b'tchilo b'shlosha. And Tovu nefoshes tchilo afil momin b'eser b'shlosha. Eluulo kasho amrova ani varish b'chor tagmino mena rechia bar ovin v'vaiskinu shevi abal edu shezin. So the husband brought witnesses initially she committed adultery. Mevav edim v'zimun lady abal, and the father brought the witness who caused the husband's witness to become conspiring. Bodli v'smomin nibal. Now the father wants to collect the knas from the husband. B'shlosha. But if it would be a question of what? Of death penalty, then it's 23. Second. Right, we had an argument here. There was an argument over here. What's the machlokes? Is it chayshin lav, lo chayshin lav? Right? That's the way Ula learned. Ula says they're arguing chayshin lav, remain the chachamim. Rava says everybody agrees, lo chayshin lav. We're concerned about kvod nishon rishonim, right? So that's what the Mar is saying over here. Bishlomo l'Rava tovu mometchilo. What does that mean? We're not concerned about laws. So initially I started with 3 dayon. It was monetary claims 3. So you didn't start off with 23 and you sent them away. Even though the witnesses didn't work out, since you start, you can't disgrace the witness, the dayonim. Lula kasha, but according to Ula, that they're arguing in what? In laws, you should always have to have 23. And then the father went and caused them to be conspiring. Once they're conspiring, we're not worried there may be other witnesses out there.
Right.
If you couldn't find the witnesses, that's one thing. So you never know, there may be witnesses out there. But if you have conspiring witnesses proving that the whole thing was sheker, we're not worried other witnesses are coming, right? Maybe Abal, right? Lady Abal, Boldig, Musmami and Mibal. Now the father wants to collect 100 from the husband. How many dayim do you need? Bishlosho. Okay, the parshas, but if you didn't, wasn't mazim them, then you need Eser Mushlosha. Abai Omad Kuli Ama Cheshin Laz. Abai argues with Rava. Rava said everybody agrees Lo Cheshin Laz. Abai says everybody agrees Cheshin Laz. Yeah. Umishkvod Nisha Rishonim. And the concern is Kvod Nisha Rishonim. Yeah? Cheshin Laz, worried witness may come. 1 second. Hochem Askino go the Asru Bostam. Yeah. When they gave Hasra, which they didn't tell her the death penalty. That, if you committed adultery, you can be liable for skila. Okay? V'haitanu hu detanyu, shar kol chayvim misi, shebetorah im memis noson elo be'edo, be'edim v'asra, v'ad sheyidu shu chayiv misa bebezdin. Yeah. You just have to say you're liable for the death penalty. No, it's not enough to tell them that you're liable for the death penalty. You have to have specifically the type of death penalty, right? So what are they arguing? Everybody agrees, according to Abaye, Chashin Laz. And we're about Shvon Sharishonim. Yeah. That's the argument before. But here we're talking about, with the 3 and that, they gave the Hasra Stam. Let's see Rashi. On this. Abai Yomer. Ibish lo hevi edim. If the edim were never brought, kulam choshen laz. Everybody agrees that witnesses may come. Once word gets out that she committed adultery, witnesses may show. Maybe witnesses will hear and they'll come. Although right now we're only dealing with monetary, because he doesn't want to pay the ksuba. Because what are people going to say? Why did you add? If witnesses show, then you need to. If you start with 3 because it's the ksuba, no witnesses. Right. What happens if witnesses come? You have to up it to 23.
Right.
So people said, why did you add 23? Because they were a bunch of Amaratzim. Because the 3 didn't know. So that's Kvod Nisha Rishonim. Okay. Everybody agrees Chashin Laz. Concerned words may get out there. So even though when he starts off, it's pure, he wants to be absolved from the monetary. Right. But ultimately, if word gets out, witnesses may come. And witnesses may come, 3 witnesses, 3 dayanim are not sufficiently 23. So it looks bad for the dayanim. Well, plugnas is go shevi edim tchilo. The tchilas has been also lidin. Here we're talking about the original witnesses claiming that she committed adultery. V'hani amri ba'api klosa the hisuba miso stam, and the witnesses testified that they gave her full wonder, but they didn't specify the death penalty. Lo skiru boskilo kedin naira moroso remeso v'sulek lehochi. Over here, right, you can't put it at death, because since they didn't specify which one, Chinami yuzmu yishali mea kesef. Rabbanan sabri keved asuba bisov din forces iko miklo. She's be put to death. Voch haitano. See this. According to Reb Meir, that you have to specify it. If you don't put her to death. There's no reason to have more than 3 dayanim. But according to the Chachomim, that you have to specify, that you don't have to specify it, so you're going to put her to death.
Need 23.
So therefore, equal Haitara who writes the Tana Rabban Tovu Momish Losho Chibaroven Shako Chai Mises Gabi Meses. Yeah. Shasasro Shuchai Misa Bezdin Yavar Verzug Bi Avagav Lo Maskula Ezumisa Hasro. He B'chai Rabbanan. Okay, further. Rab Papa Mahocha Beisha Chaveira Askinim. Talk about a woman. She's a Chaveira. She's proficient. The Havok she does not be forewarned. Kamivli Plukted Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yehuda Rabbanan. There's machlokas. Why do you have to be Hasro? Is it Lahavchan Leishov Lemei? Is it to determine whether a person is aware or it's inadvertent? Or is it Xerisakos? Even if you're aware, you have to read your rights before we put you to death. The tiny Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yehuda Chaver ain't Tzor Hasro. Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yehuda Chaver doesn't Hasro. The value of Hasro is to differentiate between inadvertent and deliberate. Know if you're doing it deliberately. So if you're a chaver, so you do not need it. Second. In the Bayi Nami Srilid Choshen Laz, Uchamodo and Shovishonim, Bocha Omer Meir Begimel, Goch Evi Edim, Imo Betchilas and John Benin, Boamro Shul Hisurbo, they said she didn't give Hasro whatsoever. Even though she's a Chaveira, you're not going to put her to death. Why? Because that's the question. According to Reb Meir, these exercises you have to be forewarned. So even if she's a Chaveira, so over here there's no death penalty. Therefore, 3 is enough. But according to the Chachomim, that they hold, like Rabbi Yehuda, the witness say, we told her she's going to die, that's enough.
Right.
So that's enough, so you have to start with 23. It's a capital case. Al-Hafchin, Shal Yom Alo, Sovar Yisi Mutter. That's Lafim Shal Chaveira, a person's a Chaver, he doesn't need Asro. Because he can't say, I thought it would have been permitted.
Right.
Vashu Amagon, the Asru Bei Malchus, V'Lasru Bei Katola. Hear this? They give Asrot that she's going to get Malchus, but not death penalty. So, but there's no such thing. It's not a valid Asrot, correct? If a person is liable for the death penalty, and you say, if you do this, you can get Malchus, you can get lashes. Person is, if the lav is given to forewarn the person for the death penalty, even though you told him the lesser, the person doesn't get Malchus.
If you did it incorrectly for death penalty, and you can't put you to death, would you get Malchus?
Nothing. Here we're talking about, he gave Hasra for Malchus. Proper Hasra.
Proper Hasra.
Proper Hasra for what?
For adultery.
And said skila everything.
Right.
And so she's put to death.
Right, so then what do we argue? So it
So
seems
it's speaking about they gave Hasra for Malchus. That what? But they not for the death penalty. So then, if you hold that you get Malchus for Lav Shinit Lasarsis is Bezdin, you get Malchus even for a Lav, although it's associated with the death penalty. So that's the question. How many witnesses, how many Dayim do you need for Malchus? It's Rachloks in the Mishnah. 3 or 23? That's what he's saying. Dasib Malchus Lasib Katola. So therefore, even if she committed adultery, at worst, she's not being put to death. When you said that question, but would she get Malchus? Right? As she says, Dasib Malchus Lasib Katola. Tosfos explains it's going according to the opinion that Lav Shin and Lasar Shmises Bezdin gets Malchus.
Yes.
Right? That's the argument of the Mishnah. None. Malchus Bishlosha. The Tanakhama says now Mishnah Malchus is 3. Shemi Bishmoel Amru Eser Bishlosha. That's the argument here. Right? Ravino Makon Shinim so Echman Min Eid Korba Apostle. Here, one of the witnesses was found out to be related. The way who looked at Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Ali, the Rabbi Kiva, did not. Okay? And the non Rabbi Kiva Omar Lo Bo Shlish El Hachmir Olov Lasos Dino Kiyotibo Elu Im Kain Ona Shakosef San Nitval Avero Lovri Avero Kovri Avero. It's Mishnah Makas Tafim Beis. As Kam Kamo Shishalm Socher as a Nitval Los Mitzvah Kose Mitzvah. Yeah. It says regarding a capital case. It says 2 or 3 witnesses testify. It says 2, 3. What are you 3? So Kiva says to tell us that if they're found to be lying, Edim Zomim, although you didn't need the 3, the third one, you treat him like the first 2. Because since he's nitfal, he attaches himself, he has the same predicament. So Kiva says, if in the negative, we treat him in the negative, definitely in the positive. Okay? If you mazim all 3 of them are put to death, right? Right. Just if you have 2, if one of them is found to be not qualified, because witnesses means minimally 2. This is the Mishnah Marcus. So if you have 3, although the third one is superfluous, so maybe you'd say if you find one of them to be korban apostle, the 2 who remain should be attacked. It's yeah. Second. Okay. When do we say apostle? That's by Didi Fortress. We don't say if one is not qualified, cancels out the whole group. Rebbe doesn't differentiate whether it's monetary or capital. If one of the witnesses are not qualified, the whole group is disbands. Even if you have 100 kosher witnesses.
So what did you say?
One second. Mosai is match Yisrael. Al matchel Yisrael. Mayasu Shnei Achim. Yeah, this is the more markets. You want to ask something?
So you have 2 brothers.
What's the reason why, according to Rabbi Yossi Yossi, maybe in the parshas, because the Talmud says you have to do whatever you can to save the person. So even if you want to be puzzled, you throw out the case, the witnesses. But by Din Mamas doesn't say it doesn't say you should save. So therefore, even if one's puzzled, you convict them financially. Rebbe doesn't differentiate. Maybe something is not chishu. Yeah, this. And he says, so if the witnesses, who gives the Hasura? The witnesses. If the witness gives Hasura, it means they're planning to testify.
Okay.
That's when we value them. What about if a relative saw it? He never planned to come to court. Now, even though he's a witness if he chooses, but it doesn't impact negatively on the witnesses. That's what he says. When do we say so they have relevance to come to testify? But if they don't plan to come to court, right? Let's say two brothers. They see somebody committing murder. You mean to say you can't convict the murderer because 2 brothers saw it? The answer is because if they don't plan to testify, right? So we don't value them as witnesses.
Okay.
So he's proving it.
So how would you pair? You had two brothers and you had somebody else. So you have three people watching it. The two are brothers and the other one is not. So how do you pair witnesses? Can you
You
pair
pair
them?
witnesses when they come to testify. That's when you talk to David. That's when you pair them up.
That's what. So the court pairs them up.
The way the testimony manifests itself, that links them one to the other.
So you could break up the brothers. You could have the brothers.
No, but it must prove. But if you say it's based on visually witnessing the act, so two brothers saw it, what are you going to do?
But they're not witnesses till they come to court.